because death cannot hold him. The vampire pimp, Bob Levy's coming out of the coffin.
He's coming.
Hello, everybody.
Out of the coffin.
He's coming hard.
Out of the coffin.
He's coming. Bob's coming now.
Long dogs barking at the moon, running wild under dark skies, wagging tails and chasing dreams in electric nights where freedom lies. City streets a mess of light, glowing eyes, no stop in sight. Howling guitar, staple sound, long dogs rocking underground. Take vows. Pavement pound and steady beat, scratching lines we don't repeat. Truth in shadows, no disguise. Long dogs rock before sunrise. Rolling engines singing there, no regrets and never care. Tattered chords and rebel heart. Long dogs know the way to start. Paws on fire. Paws on fire. Long dogs rock, they don't take vows. Paws on fire, we're shooting stars. Roam the night like bad guitars. Echoes of a distant howl. Long dogs rock, they don't take vows. Paws on fire, we're shooting stars. Roam the night like bad guitars. Echoes of a distant howl. Long dogs rock, they don't take vows.
I got coffee in one hand, my cock in the other. When I start spraying gum, you better run for cover. At my own cream, at my own cream, pumping right out the hogs. You gotta feel the pain, getting humped by long dogs. Pour up a fat cup, just nicotine is butt. It's now time to bust another nail the coffin shut. I'm out of the coffin and out of my mind. Hot dogs in my sick hand in my behind. Pour up a fat cup, just nicotine is butt. It's now time to bust another nail the coffin shut. I'm out of my mind. 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 I'm out of the coffin and out of my mind. Out of the coffin and out of my mind. Out of the coffin and out of my mind. Out of the coffin and out of my mind. Let me verse. I feel alive, I feel dead and alive. Biggest numbers in the Dabbleverse. The reverend is on the loose. Let me verse is coming for you.
Let me first is better than all the rest. Get in here, fuck the churches about to commence. Mars versus stand a chance, left in the dust like the rest. The Reverend Blood left, he has what's it. Act is here to save your soul. The show was amazing last night, better than the rest. $2 away from the doll, you people are amazing. Dabbleverse has the best horn in the business. The full moon is coming, and this vampire is in full force, that's the truth. Stand up, special coming soon, Dabbleverse. It's amazing, I've been busy doing nothing by the moonlit pool all night. The future is coming, bigger and brighter than the rest. Turn on your gifted memberships, we're the best. I always win, pushing it over the goal is what we do. Let me first, better than the rest, that's a fact. We have the best chef ever around, it's amazing. I play the bass and I'll kick beats off your head any day. Get in here, you fuckers, don't miss a beat. Coming 8 days, coming soon, grab the seats. Just a few more dollars till we hit the goal. I enjoy my fucking life, don't need to leave the house.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Hump Day. How's everybody doing? Hump, 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 hump. Yes. For you guys, I don't know who came behind the wall yesterday. We did a long, it was pretty good, long, Scared Straight, 20 years after. Very good. We'll be finishing that today, it looks like. Okay. Very much fun. Chicken Boy was running around, taking people's shoes, taking their slippers, taking their panties, everything. And also, I have a little guest today. I have a little evil guest today. His name is Vince the Lawyer. Yes, Vince will be here. So come on in and get your seats, everybody. We'll get a wrap up of Atlantic City, I guess. And maybe we'll break some news today. We will see. We will see. Okay. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. So sit back and enjoy. Get your memberships. We're going behind the wall today. We're going to finish the Scared Straight thing. I got 2 more episodes of some of the people on there, some of the prisoners, and some of the kids, see how they're doing. It's about 50-50. Most of them died, and you know, we'll see. How much is he giving Bob to do 5 minutes of stand-up? 5 minutes. I don't do 5 minutes, motherfucker. I'm a 45-minute to over an hour easily, motherfucker. Get Amanda a gift. Still doesn't have one. Jesus fucking Christ, she still doesn't have one after how many months here? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Ed had a heart attack changing a tire. And who would have thought that, you know? Who would have thought that was going to happen to Ed? Poor Ed, you know? Poor bastard, you know? He finally gets out. He's ready to get out. And he's changing a car tire. And he has a heart attack, okay? That's what happens, motherfuckers. Tomorrow is the big Eagles parade. I wonder how crazy that is going to be. I'm sure Atlantic City is going to be empty because everyone's going to be in Philadelphia, probably, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. Come on in, get your seats. Pecan, $2. Good morning, Rev Bob. Mick E thinks I should be head mod. Well, we'll talk about it. You know, it's still early in the morning. A lot of snow out there. The dogs were chasing each other last night, fighting in the snow, having the time of their lives out there. And they'll be doing that today again. before it rains, it's going to rain everything away. But what are you going to do? Life is fucked up, and that's how we do it. Today's goal, $3,462.13. 20 memberships. Let's get it out of the way so we can move on with the program. I'm calling it a program again. Ha 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 ha. Go to the parade and go live. It'll be a madhouse to even get there. You know, I'd have to take trains and that. And a man of my caliber don't go on trains or buses. Okay, so I don't think I want to be part of that. You know, it's on TV here, so I mean, I'll just watch it. I can make believe I'm there, and that there's the goal. Let's get that out of the way right now so we can move on. You know. The coffee is tasty today, motherfuckers. Got a lot of good sleep, and I fell asleep in the afternoon yesterday, kept sleeping, woke up, everything was fucking crazy, but you know, I got tons of fucking rest. I might go 37 hours today. I don't even know, you know. I might even do that. We'll see, motherfuckers. I like to call Vince the show killer. Well, a lot of people call him a lot of things that they don't call him tall. I'm going to see if I can get him to come to Turkey with me. I'll get him some hair, you know, while he's there. I mean, geez, he can get it for probably $4,000. He can get a full head of hair, and maybe they can even stretch him and make him taller. They can do anything like that. We'll see, you know. We'll see. Peacunt has become a Levy Haas membership member. Thank you.
Hello, bitch. Hold on. Whoa, shit. Hello, bitch. Remember, just remember that you are that bitch.
Jesus fucking Christ. Where did that come from, Valentine? I think that was Valentine, you crazy motherfucker. J.A. has gifted one Levy Haas membership. Go get it, motherfuckers. Check it out. It's beautiful behind the wall. We have a great time. Chicken Boy gets stoned and abuses people. Hey, that's sexy, motherfucker. Yeah, that is really sexy. Ryan A, $1.99. You throw shoes at Vince the lawyer, he shines them like a leprechaun. Yes, he's a good girl. He is definitely a good girl. He'll do whatever you want him to do, motherfuckers. Don't worry. This week, Friday night, let's go. Atlantic City Resorts Casino. Let's go. acjokes.com. Saturday night, Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club.com. Always a great time. I know Valentine will be there with the gang and that. We always have a great time there. It's a great room. Trans Bob is scary. You're damn fucking right. You don't know what you're going to get, Chicken Boy. Yeah, she drew a picture of Chicken Boy yesterday. Gina did. It was pretty, I don't know. If we put both of them together, it would have looked a lot better. But the one you had your wings behind and then, you know, your hands are in front of you. I don't know, you know, but we will see. I have 2 warrants out for me in Jersey. Well, let's go to Pennsylvania, motherfucker. Pennsylvania's wide open. They don't check nothing there. So it's all good there. It is fucking all good. I got my hair cut. Look at this. Fucking perfect, you know? Look at this. Perfect fucking haircut. Didn't even have to really do anything to it this morning because I didn't have time anyway. So I just fucking shuck it around and put a little water in it and that's it. And I'm fucking beautiful. She'll shut the fuck up, motherfuckers. Yeah, you wish you had a haircut like this. And of course, there was babbling. There was babbling yesterday. It was started off about the Eagles. I knew that was happening. Then what was I up to? And oh God, I'm just gonna hit a recording next time I get there. Didn't even notice. That's the best fucking haircut, and you fucking know it. You know damn well that that's the best fucking haircut you can get when you don't know it. You know. Gina is gold. Yes, yes. You look. Your hair looks like looks the same, Bob. Waste of money. What do you stop it with that, Jack? Look at it. It's you got to get a little bit off. You got to do it a little bit the right way, motherfucker. Come on. I think it looks good. You know, I think she did a good job, and yeah, I mean, Chicken Boy, handsome. Let's fuck. Hey, calm down. Let's wait till we get behind the wall, motherfucker. Thank you, BFF Chicken Boy. Yes, you and Chicken Boy have become friends. That's always good, you know. Right when my wife dropped $60 and you can't tell she got a haircut, I love. But yeah, look, man, that's that's the best fucking haircut in the fucking world, motherfucker. Yay, what's up, brother? When you get a haircut, nobody knows. Because if you get a fucking haircut and it's really short and you look like a moron, that's not a fucking haircut. That is not what you want to look like, okay? You don't want to fucking look like you got a haircut. That's the big con about getting a haircut. And I think she did a fucking good job. I really think she did. I mean, it's look, you say, there you go. What do you want? What do you want? You wanted to fucking. I'm not changing the style. I don't even think my hair can go in a different style. You know, I'm not getting you get your ears lowered. You fucking watch your mouth. God damn it, Jesus fucking Christ. My God, I gotta fuck up people here today. Is that what I gotta do? I will fuck them up. God damn it. It's uneven. My head is uneven. I slept too fucking good today. You know, I slept too fucking. I must have slept 5 or 6 hours sometime in the afternoon yesterday after the show. I don't even know what time we were done, and then I woke up, then I was sleeping, and I was up, and then I was up, and then I was sleeping, and it kept going like that. You know, I kept going like that until this morning, and then I didn't want to wake up. You know. Do you diet? Bite your fucking tongue. Where are you, Belly? Belly, or whatever the fuck your name is. Yeah, everybody loves a lesbian cut. Looks good on me, you know? It does. I look wonderful. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Come on, $3,246.13 away from the goal and 17 memberships. Because Pecan has gifted one more Levy Hoss membership member.
Real got the goods, ain't no need to conceal it.
Riddles in the street, everybody know. Sell the used meat, got the prices low. Throw it on the grill, watch the flavor low. Grills in the game, make it easy go.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, that's a fucking wonderful song. Even though Reels is he tried to maul me in the backyard and throw me in the pool and that stuff. Reels died. Jesus Christ. I didn't know that, but we'll be celebrating that behind the wall today. So everyone want to come back and enjoy it. I hear her running around. Where are you running around to? Yeah, I hear you. You're going to grab a cup of coffee. You're going to living it up, motherfucker. That's how we do it, you know? How do we gift a Mossverse membership? You don't, motherfucker, and you better not. And that's the way it is. What is that? Oh, that's one of those cold coffees.
Did you tell everyone about my ribs last night?
Oh, my God. She made fucking ribs. They fell off the bone. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how good they were. Because here's the key, motherfucker. Cook them at 280 for 3 hours. 3 hours at 280.
Maybe 240, I think.
Maybe 240, but we did. No, it was about you did it at 280. 280 for like 3 hours, and then you put. I must have fell asleep around there because that's all I remember. Then you put the broil on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was good. It was good. And there's still some left, and I'm gonna taste your coffee. This is a Columbia. This is a Columbia. It's a
what? You can have that one.
Let me see.
It's not very sweet. It's a little bitter.
It's not bad. It's got a little back taste to it, you know. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. Holy shit. What does it say? Cold brew. Oh, it's cool. You see that? Pretty good. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a twang, motherfucker. Twang, you know? Oh, yeah. I'll do it all, Ryan, motherfucker. I'll do it all. It's going to be one of those fucking days. I think you're going to enjoy today, Ryan. I have a feeling you're going to enjoy it, motherfucker. That's how we do it here. We fucking don't give a fuck anymore. We had a great time behind the wall. We really did. I mean, to find out that, you know, some of the prisoners died, some of them did good, and then some of them did bad. Which one is that?
Caramel.
Let me try some caramel.
All right, give me back my vanilla if you like that one.
It's too fucking heavy, man.
Too much caramel.
It's too much caramel.
I'm not great. I'm not buying these again.
No, I mean you got to get one thing that you like. You don't get the other one. Oh yeah, a lot of them died of AIDS from Scared Straight. 2 of the prisoners, 2 of them out of what 3. One died. He got AIDS changing a tire. But a lot of AIDS going on back then, you know, and it wasn't the AIDS that you take a pill and you dance on a commercial from. This was the AIDS that would take you out. This was Freddie Mercury AIDS, you know. When you got AIDS back then, that was a death sentence, and it was horrible, you know. Bob, you're a pro. You could sponsor anything, brother, and we will buy it. I am sponsoring AIDS. There you go. There was also an AIDS diet plan back then too. It's about like that. Yeah.
Little caramels.
Little caramels. You stick them up your ass, and you would lose weight in that shit. It was fucking amazing. It was an amazing time.
I used to bring those to the movie theater because my
parents
wouldn't give me money for candy.
Oh, you were poor. You were poor.
We were on a budget.
Well, yeah, we used to eat the popcorn off the floor from the movie before us. You know. Yeah, I don't mind missing going to movies. I just don't like being like watching a Super Bowl with people. I don't like going to the movies to watch it. I'd rather watch a movie at home than anything else. That show was good last night. What was that show you were talking about? The cancer one.
Oh,
that was good.
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. Check it out. It's pretty good. Because there's nothing else on TV. But
you liked it? I liked it.
I thought it was good. You know, it was. It's all this cancer shit and that, but it's good. You'll enjoy it.
It's about people who fake cancer.
They fake cancer. So.
And we allegedly know someone who's done that. A person or two.
Yeah, man. Their last name was Cancer too. Dean Shock 199. Thank you. Let's watch MTV's 90s Scared Straight remake next. I don't like the remakes. I don't go watch Caddyshack 2 if you want to see that kind of bullshit. Okay, it's never as good as the first one. MTV Scared Straight. My God, look, there was Pedro on there. He got AIDS too and died. Everybody back then that got AIDS died. It wasn't like a fun disease like it is these days, you know.
Yeah, Pedro is definitely the most famous real world.
He basically he was the face of AIDS, basically. And Puck was he would put snot and peanut butter and that shit.
Yeah, and he was in the same house as Pedro.
Yes, he probably gave him AIDS. That's probably what everyone was saying. Thank you, Dean Shock. And Peacunt has gifted another Levy Halls membership. Go get it now before somebody else takes it and throws it on the floor and sticks it up your ass. Now. Shit. Damn it. You see that? That was me in the snow. There's so much snow out there. We must have 4 inches out there, I would say. I'll measure it later. Vince is coming. Don't worry about it. He'll be here in 5 minutes, okay? Well, 5 minutes he can be here. He's just fixing his hair right now. So calm down, okay? It's probably Vince going, where's Vince? He's so good at that shit. He's so hard to figure out, that Vince. That evil bastard, you know? You need a high chair. But I'm not Vince going to sit on my lap, you know? That's the whole thing. He'll sit on my lap. Morning, Bob. Good to see you in the snow. Exactly. Is Perry in the snow? We'll find out tonight. Tonight he's got a show. Did he go into the snow yesterday? Will he go in tomorrow? He can't Saturday because he'll be with me on Saturday at 1 p.m. here. And that's an earlier time because I have a show that night. Okay? So that's what we're doing this week, motherfucker. That's how we're going to fucking live it up, motherfucker. Yes, this is the No Hat Podcast, episode 1. Vince is not allowed to wear a hat, but he will, you know. Yeah, he should go to Turkey, but he won't go to Turkey with me, you know. He'd rather wear a hat. Maybe they can just sew the fucking hat to your fucking head so nobody can pull it off. All right? Like fucking John did. Look at it. You need a cold Dr. Pepper instead of a cigarette, Bob. I got one right here. Look at the size of this can. It's huge, motherfucker. I got shit all over the fucking place. All over the fucking place, right? I have sodas everywhere. I just go out.
Yeah. You open them and then forget them.
I forget the soda and then I put it in the refrigerator and then I grab it again and then I have 2 of them. I mix 7 up and this other shit. Life is fucking good, motherfuckers. Life is fucking good. And then today we're gonna play with the dogs in the snow. We're gonna video.
You are.
Well, yeah, you can videotape it from inside. I mean, geez, you really love going out. You got to. What's the difference if I have it in the morning? Why am I arguing with me? What's the difference if I have it in the fucking morning or in the afternoon? I'm up. Oh, the caffeine's going to keep me up all day. What the fuck is the matter with you? You know? It's a breakfast soda. Yeah, it's the way to fucking do it. It's amazing that you can't have a soda in the morning. Well, who told you that? Your parents? Because they hated you. That's why. You know? My God. Unbelievable crybabies there. You go by rules in life. There's no fucking rules in fucking life. So fucking just understand that. I am the fucking rules that you will go by. I like when people call it Dr. Pecker. What a hoot. Yeah, they're all fucking goddamn fucking madmen. That's what it is, goddamn it. They're all fucking lunatics. Shut up out there. They're running after each other. Bob's hairstyle is $2. You talked my ear off yesterday. Gina was right. Shut the fuck up. I didn't look at that. I was trying. I was almost in a coma. You know, when you sit there, it's a comfortable chair. I'm thinking of getting a barbershop chair for here. But the whole thing is that she, right off the bat, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I really don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this talking thing, you know? And it's like, she's like, do we use scissors or the fucking Floby thing or whatever they use? Not a razor, the thing that goes, not the clipper, the clipper. Oh, is that a clipper? Okay, it's the, you know, the thing that they put like a number on it and that shit. And I'm like, look, let's do the fucking number shit so we can get the fuck out of here. All right, thank you, Bob's hairstylist. We're pretty close to the fucking goal, so we're only $3,200.13. 15 more gifted. Look who it is. Look who it is. Everybody's friend. I was told to love this person. When this person first showed up, I didn't know who he was. I didn't, like most people, didn't know who he was, you know. He shows up. I was told how great he was, how fantastic he was. And then I started watching him and I'm going, this guy really is fantastic. And he's a must-see. Then I was told that he's no good. Do not laugh at anything he says. You know, ignore him. We're going to put up his stuff, but we don't want you to make a comment or even giggle. Otherwise, you will get scolded. So I don't know what to think of him. Here he is, Vince, the lawyer. How are you?
What's going on, Bob?
I'm okay. How are you? I got a haircut. I don't know if you heard.
There must have been a real meeting behind the scenes when Shuli's shift from liking me to not liking me.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, you know, we'll put him up, but just ignore it, you know. But it's kind of weird. It's like, why put you up? And especially if you said something funny, which you did once out of 20 times, and I would giggle. And I would get scolded because we're supposed to ignore you. We're just going to go right past you, Vince.
Yeah, I did find that a little bit annoying when you would point at a super chat and no one knew what you were pointing at, so then they had to go back and get it. I mean, this is when I used to watch the show. But
yeah,
now the Deuce and I are actually better friends than you and him are, ironically.
Well, that's good. So you still you get your stuff up there still?
Oh no, I I don't ever watch the show anymore at all.
Is that why you guys are getting? But how do you know everything? How do you know? Like you say that this show is failing or whatever. Like you go on there and like you do type in the text messages that they're having a tough time with other shows or something.
So what Bob's referring to is in our group text message that we're still in.
Yeah.
I will text Shuli and say, this show is horrible. It's a failure. You got to come up with something else, bro. Otherwise, you're going to fail. But, Bob, I don't have to watch the show to actually know that. I just text that, assuming that he's going to fail.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You see, he's like a mind reader. He's ahead of himself. He's yeah, that is amazing. So how was Atlantic City with everybody? I mean,
it was good, Bob. We missed you. I went to security, and they don't have a list of people. They say sometimes they use the automated system with regard to facial recognition. So I don't know if maybe you can get some surgery done or wear a disguise there. Wow. They wouldn't confirm one way or another whether you're completely trespassed at all.
Yeah, well, I should have got a haircut and then went there. They would have never told, they would have never realized it was me. But it seemed like it was fucking horrible.
It was amazing. It turned out the same way it sort of did last year. The only thing is, Bob, every single bar was closed. So the funny part was John Herb Melendez was doing his narcissistic thing. He's not one, but a narcissist wants people to worry, think about them. So he was saying he was going. Then he tweeted out a picture of him at the B bar, which is the bar in the middle where obviously you got into your fight with Kevin. Little did John know the B bar was completely closed down. You couldn't go anywhere near it. So I don't know if that came out on Twitter or not, but we knew he wasn't coming at that point.
Yeah. Now, why was it closed? Like, why were they redoing everything?
Yeah, they're renovating a bunch of stuff. That didn't really affect us. So basically everyone gravitates towards whoever they recognize. And people like Kevin or Rocco or Melton, really, because he's so big, and the Hunchback, you can actually meet at the Hunchback if you get lost in the whole crowd. It was a great time again. I mean, I've been to the Poughkeepsie Massacre. Yeah. I was at the Pottstown debacle. I was at those shows. This has no comparison whatsoever. It's just a different vibe. Maybe just because it's longer and none of you guys are appearing, it's a little bit better. But it was fun. So we got down there Saturday night, and it was just Casey, myself. Nice. Do you know that guy Mike who's friends with Anthony Cumia?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, a good guy. We've hung out before. And Casey's brother was there as well. Have you ever met him?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's the
I don't know who knows who in this situation.
Yeah. And Casey's great. I love Casey.
Yeah, the only unfortunate thing is all these pesky girls are wearing these short skirts and walking around. Otherwise, I would have had a lot more alone time with him.
Alone time? Well, I mean, you probably had a fucking skirt on knowing you coming down later in disguise and nobody knew it was fucking you evil bastard. You know, well,
that's a problem when we go to Hooters. They have those pesky waitresses there, too. I can't get any alone time with KC. There's always these girls that are interrupting what we're doing. But it was a fun time, Bob. We watched the fights all night. Ray DeVito performed in the room.
Yeah, I seen a video of that. Like, do you think for another $200 he would have kissed the helmet of your penis? Truthfully. I mean, did he say yes right away?
I don't know, because Rocco brokered everything. And you know how it is there at the, well, you're not allowed there anymore, but they have security where you can't even use the elevator key to get anywhere. You have to actually.
Every casino, basically. Any fancy place.
Yeah, which is annoying for the escorts because you have to go down. My friends told me you have to go all the way down and then bring them up. And then you're doing that elevator ride of shame. This is what my friends say. Like, they have to go down to the lobby. It used to be the escorts had keys to every place. They just wave it, and then you could just go in the elevator. But now they smarten up a little bit. This is what people are telling me. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's true either. But sometimes you would have to go to the front desk to get them and then come back and, and say, oh, she.
When was the last time you actually paid for sex with an escort, not Gina?
No, I never. I paid for dinner. That's it. That's the same thing, right? Isn't it? I mean,
they say that the most expensive vagina is free vagina, and it's true. Meaning, let's assume Gina's free. It's expensive, right? If you get once you guys get divorced, you're going to lose half of your big PI settlement and things like that.
I'm losing all of this. I'm losing my green sheet that I have on the wall and that. So it's gonna be good.
I love the second you get into a fight. You think you're getting half of this house? This is the Levy house. You're not getting half of my house.
You just leave like the rest of them. That's it. You know, you be fucking happy to escape, and that's the whole thing. But we get
Well,
along.
when was the last time you actually did hire a hooker?
I never
hate
did.
that word
I never
hooker,
did. I never. You know, I hire a hooker. It's easy for a guy in my caliber, Vince. You don't have to do it. Did you get one?
I never have, but I figured
What's the price these days? Like, I'm sure
$250 for. I mean, someone told me it was $250 for a half hour to an hour.
a half hour to an hour. That's a big difference, you know.
Yeah. When was the last time you had a rub and tug then?
I went to. I might have been like 21. It was an all-nighter. We just went to the city and all that, and they just
So,
you know,
like in Koreatown back then, you'd have to really know where you're going.
yeah. The one guy was an expert, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He gave a good massage too.
Yeah, I mean, once he jerked me off, I just kind of waited in the lobby and talked to everybody. So, what do you do? What are you doing here, huh? Yeah. It's
So
a fun-
F Mammy was there, one of the queen of the Dabbleverse,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking to KC and Casey's brother and Mike and myself and other people. She amazes people, and Gina may want to take notes on this. She said, like, the secret to her happy marriage, obviously she's married to a black guy, so that's not going to work with Gina, but once a month she pays for her husband to get a rub and tug, and the guy's jaws dropped, like, what do you mean? And she's like, yes, I don't care. He doesn't care. She knows how guys think. Do we have any type of emotional connection towards the person giving us a rub and tug? No.
when I do it to myself, I do.
Right, but I'm being serious. This is what she does once a month. That's what the husband gets. The funny part was he's in Jamaica right now, and she said that he had her shaving him down before he's going. He's going by himself without F Mammy. I never heard of the place. It was like Hedonism 3, she said, and I never heard of it either. So she seems to think that he's faithful.
Oh,
But-
yeah. That'll never work. How does that work? How does that relationship work, truthfully?
Which one?
By you know, her paying for him to get jacked off and that. Like, how can that? They don't love each other.
Bob, you're married.
Hey,
After a
man, it's
certain
about love, motherfucker. You know, you can't just here. I'm lazy. You know, I got tennis elbow. I'm gonna have you jerked off.
Vince, you have people that actually, you know, they're what is that thing that Brent used to does with his wife?
They swing.
They swing, and people do all that. And then there's cucks, and then there's people that don't mind if people step outside of the marriage, and
That's all Vince.
But you know, that's not.
You just need my entire marriage.
But that's not the relationship for everyone. Marriages and relationships aren't cookie cutter. We don't have a problem like maybe mommy and her husband have, like where they need to venture out into other yet. I mean, that may happen in the future. I don't know, but right now we're good.
Let me look at my watch. It might be about 2:30. Yeah, I mean,
if that works for them, cool.
yeah.
Have fun.
If you can get
do you.
jerked off by
Negro,
somebody
please.
else.
First of all, Gina, they've been married for 25 years, maybe more. F Mammy doesn't believe in divorce,
Right.
which is the opposite of your guys' philosophy, obviously. So she
we
understands.
believe in
It's
We
Bob really
definitely-
believes in it. It's the only religion Bob believes in.
I mean, that's my lifestyle, you know. But fucking, like, you know, is she tired of jacking him off? You know, like
No, and Bob, they have sex almost every single night. You know how?
he's in
people-
Jamaica. How are they doing that? Okay, almost.
Well, I
every
didn't say
night
with
that he's
who.
around.
It's just with somebody.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it doesn't matter who the fuck it is or whatever. But Jesus Christ, so what? So Ray got jerked off. What happened? What happened?
No, I
in
mean,
Atlantic City?
the thing was, F Mammy's like giving us that story. So yeah, in Atlantic City. Then after that, I was Rocco and Melton, who's a nice guy. Both of them are nice guys in person, playing poker. That guy, your friend Kevin, there, he acted like such an idiot to the dealer. I saw the video. He got kicked out of the poker room. They should have banned them from the hotel.
Oh Jesus, the violence.
Did you see that?
No.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
No, he's not untouchable.
No.
He's not. They kicked his ass right out of there, and he's acting like an idiot. I don't know. Does he have this shtick where like that Benji Bronk type performance where he like does things in public for attention.
I guess it's like
Yeah,
this is
I
the
think
new
so.
thing. This
I
is
think so.
this is the new thing that he is. You know what I mean? He's got to prove that instead of being this guy, I have no idea. But it's like I mean, if you need security around you all the time, people to stick up for you in case something happens, that's not too cool. That's not too brave.
Speaking of
Yeah, he didn't have
security,
security. He had Stevie Lou. I
right?
took
Yeah.
Stevie Lou and
Yeah, Stevie looked like a gay parrot. I mean, I've never seen an outfit like that. What is he, like 150 and that stuff?
yeah, he's a really nice guy. Though I was speaking with him after, but yeah, I just picked him up and moved him to the side as he was in my way. In the poker room, he was there looking at Kevin. But a really nice guy. I don't like the fact that guy Kevin confronted Carl's brother Grant.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's harmless,
and Bob, it was actually no, it'll break your heart, man, because Grant's obviously rattled a little bit, and he's telling the story, and he's like, and the worst part is no one recorded it, but he wasn't saying it in a sincere manner, in the sense that he was, but he was trying to make light of a situation where you're getting accosted by someone, because he's not a fighter, obviously.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like Carl's sticking up for his brother at all. I was more mad than anything. I was looking for Kevin after I found out that happened. I couldn't find him, though, because he got kicked out.
He got kicked out, what was it, Saturday night?
Yeah, and that was the only night I was there.
Oh, you didn't stay and watch the game with everyone?
No, I don't even really like watching the Super Bowl anymore, I
Yeah,
realized.
a lot of people like you don't watch sports, so it's cool, It's
No, I
whatever.
watch a lot of sports, Bob. That's how
Wrestling,
Casey and I bond.
wrestling.
Yeah,
People
no, but I
with
watch
oil.
football too.
Men with
How many
oil
times
on.
did Gina say the N-word during the halftime show?
We had the over, put it that way. We won some money. So it was actually pretty fucking good. So Terry Nee, $2. Thank you. Why is FK Miami out of the Vince business? That's a good question.
You know it is, Bob. You can only stay in my business for a few minutes. I annoy the fuck out of people. That's why.
Yeah, I mean you're a little bit of a bad girl, But yeah, I mean she was in deep, She was balls deep, maybe, as some would say. But yeah, I mean that didn't last long. I thought that would last forever. Nice podcast, stupid. $2. What's up, buddy? KB was scared of Carl's brother, Teamster Tim, and the puppet. Okay, so yeah, what Teamster Tim went out after? No, you see, I don't believe any of this stuff. I don't believe it. Just seems like it's all whatever, fake. It's like, come on, like you were there.
I'll say this: the Deuce Pair gave you a big compliment yesterday or 2 days ago. He said, "I don't care what the fuck you say about Bob. When he showed up, he went there, and he went to fight. And fine." I said, "Fine, but at least you did what he claims." That I don't believe in any of that macho bullshit. So like, I know that you're from Staten Island, you can't help it. And yeah, if you had a problem with Kevin, you went after him. But in reality, I don't want to see anyone really fighting in Borgata over podcast bullshit.
No, it's kind of embarrassing when you look back at it. What this is. It's like everyone will talk, and you're like, well, then just come somewhere and meet somebody, and just that's it. You don't need. You'll have all the material you'll need by the way you look afterwards. You don't need to film everything. You don't need to have security. You don't need. It's a. How many people are you going to bring with you? And how many people are totally fat? How many people was there anybody in shape that was there?
Yeah, Casey and his brother basically
Okay.
only two in shape.
Okay, but everybody else is basically
No, I take that back. Rocco and Melton are in shape too.
yeah, certain shapes. No, but
Of an oval, yeah, oval, egg, whatever you want to call it. They would definitely have a shape going on.
And Melton's a good guy. When you hang out with him, he's a great
Totally.
fucking guy. And so
Actually, he's
is
a really,
Rocco.
really fun guy. He's a chill guy. He really is.
He totally is. Like you would never, I mean, for the people that that watch all the shows, you would never understand that, But we really had a good time with Melton, And
Yeah, I
Tuki's
have to
very
say,
chill.
totally chill. I mean, it's funny because they're playing poker, and I'm telling everyone at the table what two cards Rocco's holding, just to fuck with the game. Because it wasn't just friends; they were playing with regular people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin ends up yelling at this Asian dealer for nothing. It wasn't even like a lame poker fight. It was just something that was very, very uncalled for.
Yeah.
And it's just lame to do to someone that's working.
No, you don't do that, you know. No. So what did the Asian guy say? I mean, was he?
It was
mad
a
at-
chick.
Oh,
And she just,
wow.
yeah, she basically said that she doesn't want to deal him. So what happens is in these lame poker fights, they'll call over the pit boss. The pit boss hears the dealer's story, and they were going to skip him for a whole round, which sucks. Got to sit there like an idiot. So I don't mind him going out like that. It just seems odd that a guy at his age is acting that way.
Yeah. Was he drinking?
Well, yeah, he's Irish. He's an Irish drunk gambler,
Yeah, I think
according to
it
my observation.
Yeah, so he got thrown out, and then he said I seen a clip. He was kicking stuff. Like, what do you kick at a casino? Like, what was he kicking?
Yeah, it couldn't have been that bad. I didn't see any action like that because then he would have been banned from there. But they walked him to his room, and then he had to stay in there pretty much and leave early.
Well, isn't that what everybody did anyway? Stay in the rooms, you know?
No, Bob, it was really fucking good. I mean, I felt bad, like even talking so much because I know you couldn't come there, but I have to say it's just a weird thing how it happened the year before. It just the way it works out. Somehow it's really good. I think this is the thing, Bob, is that all the different camps are there and they all commingle. And I think everyone's expecting all this animosity, and for the most part, it's just not there. And it's kind of fun. It's fun to see that guy. What's that little guy, Chad?
Yeah,
And,
Chad was there.
so Chad went on, Bob, and he's like, "Oh, Vince is shaking my hand really strong, trying to establish his dominance over me." And I hate when guys do that. I never do that.
No.
In fact, when I saw him, he's so small and meek, I actually just did a little shake. And he went on air saying I was trying to squeeze his hand and break it.
Wow, Jesus fucking Christ. So you got those good hand job hands, huh? Is that how you like to shake it?
I
like
guess
that?
so.
Are you one that don't
I
let
guess.
go
I mean, I
either?
never do that.
You don't let go, and
Yeah.
you told it's like, stop it. You're not scaring anybody. Stop it. Let go.
And the thing was, it's like, I don't like to do that to anybody, and I definitely didn't do it to him. But Vince is so weird. He's a creep. I wanted him to come and watch Ray's show in the room, and I think he thought I was up to something.
Okay.
So Tukey offered him $1,000 to perform for 5 minutes, and he turned it down.
Wow.
We probably would have paid it. That guy Reels, Bob, that was on.
Yeah, sure.
I thought he was always a fake. I thought that was fake.
No, he's a good guy. I got to
Amazing
meet him.
guy.
Yeah,
A totally amazing
totally.
guy. Yeah, like, it's funny. Most of the TSN fans are ghouls, and you could tell the ghouls from the regular fans. And one fan came up to me, Bob, and he was talking like Shuli would talk to me on the phone. And at one point, I'm like, dude, don't talk to me like that. Otherwise, what the fuck you gonna do about it? I said it right in front of Rocco, everyone. And it's usually I'm not like that. Yeah. The guy turned around and he just scampered away. And I don't know like who he was or what his situation was, but that TSN crew, they act like tough guys in person.
Yeah.
But they didn't. I mean, not that I want to fight or anything, and I'm not bragging about that. Luckily, if I see Casey and his brother over there, then I'll act really tough,
Oh yeah. They're big guys, and but they're nice guys. Casey's very nice, and so is his brother. They're just gonna have a good time. Like, why would you want to fuck with them? But the whole thing is that all the talking before this person better stay away. This, that. If something happens, if you're near me, and nothing happens. It would be more manly to say, look, we're just going to have a good time this time. And then, be honest about it. We're going to have a good time. And then we're going to go back to the fake shit. Right?
Well, why does everyone keep saying, was there something that someone said before this where they were planning on having a physical conflict with somebody?
If you look at all the clips, like I just see the little clips in the morning to just get an idea of what's going on. And it was like everybody was going to go after everybody if this happened, if somebody comes near me. It's nothing happened. And everybody was going to go to Rob's thing, and whatever happened with that, like, I don't even know.
Right. So Rob Saul obviously gets a little nervous when people were saying he was going to go to his job at the Hard Rock, which he wouldn't disclose that it's Hard Rock, but I guess we found out about that. Yeah. So I just told Rob, like, might as well embrace it. And we were going to all go over there. turns out, I'm telling you this, Rob is one of the best looking guys in the Dabbleverse, Gina.
Well, that's
And
from a gay man like you. But I mean,
no, I'll be honest in my assessment of it. He's a really nice guy. He was supposed to stay with us, but I think he went home with one of the older broads that were there. But he was going to stay in my room because he had someone watch his dogs, and he was going to stay in the room with us.
well, you think he would put you on his lap?
No, I think Rob's just, he had a tough childhood, Bob. If your dad said he was gay,
I know that. I
he'd
know
fuck
all
you up.
about him. I know
Yeah.
all about him.
No, I know. He likes you.
Look, I know I know he likes this. I know it's all an act to get into somebody, so somebody can go in your, you can go in their arms and they can hold you. And it doesn't work that way. Life doesn't really work that way, And it's just odd, how people are mad at you for no reason. Does that make sense? And that's what this whole thing is. That's what this whole thing is.
But do you take what Rob says
No, I don't
so
take
seriously?
anything
You can't. I
seriously
don't.
because I know
just
it's
don't.
not. I know it's not the truth. I know that that's not. That's not the person I hung out with. That's not. It's just to try to. You can go on and badmouth anyone, and you're best friends with another person. Then that works. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, Vince. You see it all the time.
So we have a group chat, Bob, which basically I chat to Rocco, Carl, and Bob. Very rare they'll ever chat back, but that doesn't stop me.
No.
So after 1,000, literally, I had maybe like 25 texts in a row. Bob finally responds, and then I see Shuli Eager has left the conversation. I'm like, wow, he must be really mad at Bob. I never knew this animosity was there. So
but why is he?
I presume you haven't spoken to each other?
No, well, that's what it is. Like, it's all bullshit with the friends and that bullshit. It's like, everyone uses each other, and that's what it is. And, when it's time to, just make it, he wanted me to leave. There's no fucking doubt about that. The way he's like, kept calling me, telling me, you don't look happy. Like, what am I supposed to do? Dance and have like sparklers when I come into the room? Like, I've always was in, I was always on every show unless I was fucking, dealing with a migraine or something like that. But it was just nonstop, all the fucking time. And that's how it is. It's like you don't, if you're gonna say, we thought you were on drugs. Well, why wouldn't you hit her up? Because you talk to her every second when I was on with Kevin, and can you believe what Kevin said today? But over something like that, you don't hit somebody up and ask. If
I missed what you're saying there. Hit who up? You said her, but what do you mean?
Gina, because every time, when I was on with Kevin all the time, and Kevin would say something, he would hit her up. Can you believe what he's saying? Bob said, I didn't say anything. But like if he's saying, I'm back on drugs again, why wouldn't he hit her up and go, is he back on drugs? You know what I mean? If we're family and that stuff, it's all bullshit. That's the whole fucking thing.
To me, Bob, I sort of had this feeling about money in a situation that's sort of similar, and that really is the major catalyst. Because I felt, let's say someone wanted more money to go to an event. This happened to me recently, or at least that's the way I interpreted it. And it really bothered the fuck out of me. I mean, I could take a lot of the stuff, but when it was coming over the money issue, meaning they wanted more, let's say, to go to an event than they probably should actually get, it was very frustrating. I know that probably the main issue for you was that the GhoulCon 2, where they were making money and you don't think you got enough from that.
No, he took that apart away from me so he can just paint me, because I used to, I will get Carl on and I'll say, how much was the split? You know what I mean? And he can't say, I don't remember. He knows what it would be, It's a simple thing like that.
Did you have a defined split going into GhoulCon 2?
No, I mean, we have, usually I do a thing that I put in like a set thing when we have, like, say we had $9,000 at a certain time, I would put me and Julie for two, and then I would put other ones, and then it would move up. So at least we knew exactly what was going into just the door money. And then the other thing was over $30,000. So, and that's split. And then after that, that's like 11,000 more.
Fine, Bob, but going in there, you said that let's say you had let's say call it $10,000 in ticket sales, for example.
Yeah.
I know it's not the exact number. You're saying 2 for you, 2 for Shuli. Where's the other 6,000 going then?
It goes into other people on the show on our side.
Who's making that decision?
Me and Shuli made the same money all the time.
Who's making the decision to allocate the rest of the funds?
Me and him, actually. The rest of the fund. Yeah, me and him. We would
Carl
make the same.
Carl would have no say in it?
Carl would get his half. We're talking about halves. We're talking
about. All right,
so
so we're just talking. So then you didn't explain that to me, I guess. So it's half of whatever you have, the pool, and then you
half,
and
we get half.
So then the pool of money that you're really referring to is the pay-per-view money that you didn't know what it was.
I know exactly what everything was. I was in charge of that. I was in charge. I was trying to make sure that basically everybody on his side got paid too, because I don't think anybody should go there without getting paid.
Well, that's not figuring just on the 30,000 in pay-per-view. If you said what it was, like they were saying 30% goes to the house, and then you're saying you're splitting the rest equally with Carl's group and then your group, and you're in charge of allocating. So you didn't see any of that extra money?
I didn't see any of the money because they made all of a sudden the deal was with Carl and Shuli. So that's
I see. I see. So Shuli basically took over the allocation of the funds.
Yeah, without telling me. Money is the root. No, it has no. Believe me, that has a slight thing. It's just the way people are. That's the whole thing. I'd rather walk away from that than deal with that. Because it's bullshit. When you have a certain thing, whenever I did a gig with Julian that I did, me and him made the same money. There's no way that he made $3,000, And
did you confront him about that?
No, I'd rather walk away. I'm not going to deal with it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like you give people a chance. What's there, and if they're going to shortchange you there, they'll do it for the rest of your life. I'm like that too. I'll say this, Bob. That guy Mike, who we're talking about, is I guess the guy who's friends with Anthony Cumia. To me, I know him because John Ever Melendez was playing poker, and he borrowed money from this guy Mike, and then he made Mike go to the ATM and get him more money. And Mike's such a nice guy. He did it, but he's not a pushover. So we're at the sports book, and Mike put his credit card down, and everyone starts to come to our table and order drinks. Not the original crew, but other people. And Mike doesn't even know this. Casey pulled the waitress aside and said, listen, my friend's credit card's on there. I don't want him to have to pay the bill for everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, when I saw Casey do that, it means a lot to me because, you can have a friend that's sitting there paying for everything, and maybe you'll enjoy it as the quote-unquote celebrity that Casey is. But he was making sure and looking out for the guy who put down a card who doesn't even know that he wasn't going to get screwed over in the end because so many people were ordering from our table. Those are the types of things that you like to see in a friend, obviously.
Yeah, and also they did get paid. You know what I mean? But what Shuli was doing was using the money, instead of paying them a fair price during the months, you know what I mean, was using the event money to make sure that they got paid. Like he's doing them a favor by doing it when, basically they're doing their job of what they do. I hope that they made at least 3,000 then. I hope that everybody made at least 3,000, and that would still be low. That would still be low when you added up the money. But
what was your total? What was your total take for that DabbleCon 2 then?
It's hard to say at this point, but it had to be even pay-per-view to our side was probably at least 10.5 to 11, and then we were probably at about 10,000 in ticket sales around there.
But how much did you get?
3,000.
That's it, 3,000 flat.
Yeah. So you're saying that even if there's 6 guys, 3,000 each is 18, and that's going low.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
It's fun to see. It would be fun to see it fail, but I don't want that to happen to the dues pair. I know you guys may have your issues now, but I mean, have a good thing going.
I'm done. I'm just done with him. I fucking anytime he tried to do something for the fucking guy, he just takes advantage of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that necessarily opinion on him, but I've never been in the situation that you have. In fact, I remember, this is weird, Bob, like when he first started, he's like, do you want do you want us to throw you some money? And I said, no, I just assumed that he wasn't making it. I wouldn't ask him for it. This is way back at the beginning. But yeah, no, he turned it into everyone turned it into some form of a business here. But I do not like the way that he's going, man. When they try and do these other things, like the train wreckables that they did, it's just really hard to watch. And
it's like, it's like when you have to rely on everybody to fucking, if you have to really watch stuff to do it, it's not a long time thing, when you just can't go in and you have 4 comedians, you should be able to just fucking have a great time and an enjoyable show. It seems pretty simple to do.
Yeah, I mean, anyone could say that, but how many people end up failing at this type of thing? You have to be open. You got to be entertaining, consistent. I mean, he does some things right, obviously, but yeah, you have to be open. You have to be open. I never understood that aspect of Shuli, where he's always looking to counterpunch people. I didn't realize he was that thin-skinned.
I have no idea. It's like, it's just all ridiculous. That's all this fucking world is ridiculous. Richard Wad, $2. What really happened with you and Ghost of Mr. P?
Is that for you and me? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I guess it's for you.
Who the hell's Mr. P?
Dang Lizard, $2. Vince is really on, and that's not a TSN bombshell scam? No. Well, what bomb scam? Fat Miami, $2. 224 Miami or 225 Miami? I guess that's not her, huh?
No, Nasty. I think she did lose weight, though.
Yeah. Nasty Meal, $4.99. Vince, people have been saying Rob Soul hooked up with Jeb in your hotel suite. Can you confirm or deny? Yes, they were back together as friends, huh?
Yeah, but they were never in our suite. Rob and I were trying to connect. He was with them. We were in the sports book watching the fight, so I never actually got to saw him, but we were texting because he was supposed to stay and sleep in our room. I'm pretty sure he hooked up with either that girl or his aunt. I don't know which one he did that night.
His aunt. Jesus fucking Christ.
His aunt's hot, apparently.
Was she there? I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure.
You're not 100%. Ryan A. Vince the Lawyer's muffin top got bigger or smaller this winter. Have you been losing weight or gaining?
I did lose about 7 or 8 pounds going into it. Yeah, someone sent me a picture. I guess Shuli was texting pictures of me. I don't know, like I was wearing this thing that looks like I'm 500 pounds in the picture. I mean, it's a bad picture. I get why he shows it, but I didn't know that Shuli was doing all this shit on Twitter against me.
Why?
Apparently. I don't know. Someone just sent me a screenshot of a picture that he sent or something yesterday.
Oh, God. Mason in Portland, 9 months. What's up, brother? Vince the Lawyer, you appearing at Catalano Con in Tampa next year? Yes, well, you'll be going to that.
Yeah, definitely I would go to that.
Well, you like going to these things. You do.
I do, Bob, but that guy Mike from Kumia's friend Mike, he's like, we going to Hackamania? I'm like, fuck no, dude. I will never, ever go to an event like that's in like a Shank place and just that side of the group, because I just don't watch Melton and Kevin and all those other guys, so I just don't know anything about them.
Well, that's more Melton and Call, I think, and Tukey and them guys,
Yeah,
it's different. So I don't know what they're doing there, like what they have live. I'm sure they're going to do the podcast. I don't know if they're going to do comedy in that, but you got comedy in your room, right? How many people came up to your room to watch that?
About 20. Now, if I had organized it better, Bob, I wanted to have everyone going nuts after each joke, but I couldn't figure out where the punchlines were with Ray's set. I mean, I was doing a fake laugh, but I was legitimately trying to make it at the punchline, but it's so hard to tell with his jokes.
Well, was he nervous, because he was just doing it for...
No, he was phenomenal. It's actually fun to watch Ray. I mean, he did it like a champ. He came right up there. It's hard to do. There's no microphone. I mean, it wasn't organized. I had to do it within 20 minutes because the fights were starting. It took us 20 minutes to organize that. I would say there was about 20 people up there.
And Ray looked like he was happy, having a good time.
Yeah. Sweet guy, good guy.
He really is so nice. He's just, it's I don't want to say nice or retarded or whatever, but he's very nice. but he just gets in the shit all the time for some reason.
Yeah, and it was a good time. So Bob, when I called in on the way down there, you had said that you had this Isolino Shuli bomb, but I never heard it on the show.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna
Oh,
keep it.
so you never said anything?
I don't want to. Look, man. No matter what bullshit that he did and that stuff, I'm not going there. I'm just glad to be away from it and fucking.
Then why'd you say it on that show then?
I didn't say it.
You did. You said, I have an Isolino bomb. I said, well, just tell us now.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I didn't. I was joking.
Oh, okay, so you don't have one.
I do have one, but I'm not going to say it.
Well, then you weren't joking. I mean, which one is it?
No, I was. You said I was going to say it that night. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not. Sorry.
Sorry, what can it be?
No matter what your little con could be, it's not going to work with me.
Well, listen, I do not believe Shuli knew definitively his friend was engaging in pedophilia, despite what the Rocco and Rocco Files puts out.
I mean, he would have to be a good actor. He would have to be a good actor to. I mean, he looked like he was terrified when he said it. When he told us or whatever. It was just weird.
Well, that can go two ways, Bob. He could be terrified he's going to get caught. In reality, he's terrified because he didn't pick up on all of the red flags that were going out there.
And what ones would you have noticed now? Like, how would you notice something like that about him?
Yeah, the voice, the hair, the lack of friendship, the drug abuse, the insistence on playing with little kids and little kids games. Those are all red flags. Any of your guy friends, Bob, play online games with little kids that come in that are random?
No.
I mean, think about it. I know it seems simple, and I don't mind like fucking with kids. I think it's funny. We grew up, the older kids would fuck with us, but you got to remember, these are 45-year-old adults that are high, in theory, playing with you.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how that stuff, like, I don't really, I don't even talk to people that play like games online and that stuff. Like, if they do talk about it, I have no idea what would be involved in that bullshit.
You bring up a good point. So you start with, is the 50-year-old adult playing video games? That's, you start with that, right? Maybe it can be innocent. Then, are they playing every night? Then, do they have any other friends? Then, when a little kid goes, hey, how you doing? What does the adult do? Do they say, hey, fuck you, and just screwing around? Or do they say, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing this?
Yeah, I don't know how, like, when you play these fucking games online, like, I don't know the rules or whatever, but it doesn't seem like you would want to be playing online with kids. It should be, a certain thing where you're in with adults or something like that. And if they find out it's a kid, they throw them out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Because then there's the defense that I think Shuli has. It's the dim or dumb defense where he just was too dim to understand what his friend was doing.
Well, you never know. I have no idea. I can't go into somebody else's mind, and
well, do you think he was smart enough to understand what his friend was doing?
I don't know. I don't think so. I really just think that, who would think somebody's that evil, right?
Again, start from the first checklist. I mean, your adult friends, Bob, I don't think any of them are really playing video games. Maybe Anthony Cumia is, but again, he has his old issues too. I'm not just saying with pedophilia, just like in life, guys that are married with kids, and they're 45, and their one friend is doing the same thing, and they're playing these little kids games with little kids.
You would have to look at it at a way, basically, by going, okay, I have kids. How would I feel if my kids were in there playing with somebody, in their 40s or 50s? You would have to think like that.
Yeah, and if you had to think about a pedophile hairstyle, Isolino had it. Like, it was like, like his weird, like, little bangs, and his voice. I don't
think there's a handbook for that, that you can open up and go, oh God, I should have noticed. Here's the haircut right on page 2.
When I was doing research, Bob, being a lefty was also an indicator. Do you know if Shuli or Isolino was lefty?
If I
real.
knew, I would fucking kick myself in the face. You know, if I looked at people that closely, who knows? Who gives a shit? Like,
Well, when they
now
were
you
jerking you
figured
off,
out
when
left,
Isolina would jerk you off, which hand would he use?
he would use both, motherfucker. What do you think? I'm small, like you,
Ah,
motherfucker.
ambidextrous. Nice.
Yeah, at the same time, motherfucker. That's how you fucking do it. You know. You fucking creepy bastard. Dang Liz at $2. What bombshell scam? The one announced every week. Yeah, I mean, I have one, but I'm not going to put it out. It'll break your heart. You know, it breaks your heart that I won't. You know, so that's okay. FAK Miami, $5. If Ray gets booked in Vegas, he will have a content house. Obvious, I'm the house mom. Okay, so now she's basically running Ray now, right? Is that what's going on?
Well, I'll say this: F Mammy definitely increased her position as queen of the Dabbleverse. I mean, she's just very calm and very cool to talk to. I mean, Casey and that guy Mike were trailing. I think they would have hooked up with her, or even Eiffel Towered her. They were following her around because after she started to tell him how great it is to be married to her, they were really into her.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy Mike, he's married. Is Gina still there?
No.
But he's bragging. He's like, yeah, I had sex with my wife like once in the past 5 months. I'm like, why are you bragging, man? To all these other married guys. And then that's how it led into F Mammy telling us, she does it basically every night, except for the nights he's at, with someone else or at the rub and tug.
Well, it happens. Nasty meal, $4.99. Thank you. Vince, is it safe to say Shirley's response to the Izzo ribs is on par with the response to Artie regarding Tree, Hack Pack, whiny crybabies?
The answer is yes. And I never knew this about Shuli because I didn't know him that well, that he's very sensitive to certain things. I didn't know he was attacking me thinking that I'm doing the Rocco files, even though Rocco clearly says that he does it. He does have that thin-skinned side to him. He has over, I think it's 5,000 tweets going on. A lot of them are vindictive ones. So yeah, it definitely gets to him. And you wouldn't think that it would, but I'm telling you, comedians, especially stand-up comedians, 99.9% of them are fucked up majorly. And I think Bob's the exception to the rule,
but
one way or another.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to remember this. It's a show. It's a show. You have to show reaction to anything to bring out good radio, and that's how it is. If it's like, okay, and you just walk out of the room, whatever, it's not good radio, and you're not going to come back in.
You bring up a great point. Casey said that Howard sat him down privately and said, when I call you in, you better have an opinion on something. Casey's a nice guy fundamentally, but have an opinion on something. The authentic opinions and the authentic reactions are the best. I mean, when Shuli and Doug were going at their Jewish baby clothes, there was some authenticity in there. So it can't be a fake thing.
I don't know if it's Jewish baby clothes. I don't. I mean, the way that you say it.
Well, it was a Jewish baby clothes thing.
But it's two Jewish people arguing over baby clothes.
Well, Shuli had a great line in there. It had something to do with, Doug, you're not making our people look any better with this argument.
And it was good for radio. It
was great. And I have an issue that I saw this clip. This guy Bubba's like, oh, what did Shuli do on the Howard Stern show? Shuli only was I'm like, well, fuck you, Bubba. I mean, no offense, Bubba. You weren't that great here either. And what do you want Shuli to do? He's coming into the biggest radio show in the world. At least he made it there, and he's doing the best he can, and he made his way in. We're talking about him. I don't know. This guy Bubba was all of a sudden attacking Shuli, I think, to try and get some YouTube clout.
YouTube clout, wow. The way you
That's some good clout. That's the good clout.
The way you
I never actually, Bob, I never used the word clout before, but when Carl called me up screaming, crying, he's like, what the fuck? You want some Reddit clout? I didn't even know what it meant. I'm like, what do you mean Reddit? Because I really didn't know Reddit at the time. And I was at the gym. And he's calling.
You're always at the gym. I
was actually in the hot tub at the gym. And I didn't know why this guy's crying like a little bitch about saying that he lives in Cape Coral. And fucking, again, Bob, I'll say it as many times as I can. The fact that Stuttering John Melendez and Carl Heberger independently chose to buy a house in Florida 1 mile from each other is
crazy.
It is fucking mind-boggling to this day. And really the crazy thing, Bob, I'm watching a video last night. The top 10 worst cities for housing price decline. And I'm like, fuck, I'm just 10, 9, 8. And there's San Antonio and all these other. And then I'm like, fuck me, because you know what I want. Number one, Cape Coral. I'm like, yes, I love it. The fact that their real estate property has decreased probably over like 30% now.
What's the main reason for that? Is it like you don't really like when you think of a kind of a newer place where everybody's going, you don't think of a lot of crime, but it turned into that there, right?
Well, it's Florida. The main reason, obviously, supply and demand is what determines price at any point. So they purchased when demand was very high. Every asshole from the city was moving out. So that's not necessarily a hard thing to deal with if you're going to hold it for the long term. Eventually, it should, we get some pleasure on the fact that John's mom and Carl lost, maybe like $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 on their house so far. But the real issue, Bob, with Cape Coral is the fact that it's just a plot of land, just dirt. They have no infrastructure. They don't have running water. They don't have plumbing. So they have to do that all themselves. It's just a plot of dirt. They build these flop houses on them, and that's it. And that's where John decided to live.
But they're actually, the houses are, up to code and shit because of the storms are always down there. But like, how can you not have, what is it, septic tank and all that shit? Is it like that?
I think I don't know how the exact works, but yeah, there's no way to move Carl's shit from his property to a city plant, and there's no running water either. So you have to actually dig down deep in a well to get water. And Carl has spent all this money to do a system to make the water somewhat drinkable. But yeah, that was the issue for both of them. It was just plots of dirt that they built these flop houses on. Now, a house is not that expensive to build. It's the land that's really what costs real money in life.
And that keeps going down in that, and people still keep going. Are they still building there? Are they still like, opening up places like another 50 houses here or whatever?
They are, and then each of them basically sticks a straw in the ground, and they're all getting the same water. There's times, Bob, when they don't even have water there. I mean, not even running water, no water from the ground the hole that they have in their backyard.
Wow. Wow.
And of course, I love it.
Of course. To call them, shout out my mains.
What did that say? I didn't even know what that said.
To call. I don't know. Chris Abel says it. It's not funny.
Okay.
Mike Shitty Internet provided $2. Vince, how do you know Shuli has 5K offensive tweets? Yes. You do go through everything. I mean, you do have a lot of time to go through everything, and you seem to do that. I mean,
actually, I don't know how many he has. I was just guessing. But
yes, you do. I mean, you are very busy you're in that text thread thing from the moment. Like I shut my phone off yesterday. I woke up. My God, it just kept going. And you're in there having the time of your fucking life. Once in a while, somebody will, I'll even say, "You're still in here?" And he goes, "Still nobody's answering." He goes, "Seems that way," and you just keep going.
Well, the funny thing is, what we're talking about, obviously, we have a text group. It's Bob, myself, Shuli, and Rocco. And it's been going on for about 2 years now. And I'll admit 98% of the texts are from me. But through the course of the 2 years, many of us had major fights. Like, there was a time Carl wasn't talking to me. There was a time Shuli wasn't talking to me. There was a time so it's like, I just kept it going. I didn't even care. I don't take any of this shit that seriously on the Dabbleverse side.
No, you can't. You can't take it serious. You just gotta have fucking fun. Otherwise,
well, Bob, you could say that, but there has to be a business to it too. That's why I always took some umbrage when you would say, "Well, I don't want to talk about John." Well, that's what makes money. I mean, that's really all he Shuli can do right now. Everything else he's trying is not good, but it is fun when we're making fun of John.
Well, yeah, people love a pile on. That's just the way life is. Am I right?
Sort of. And obviously you have John who can handle it. He's strong enough to handle it.
You're telling me he handles it. He's yelling at people's houses. How is that handling it?
But that is the beauty of John. Let's face it, Bob. If John doesn't come back, Shuli's not going to make it.
I mean, I'm sure people are still watching, the reruns and that stuff, right? I mean,
you mean like the old videos? Yeah, that could work. I mean, whatever he's doing now, he has to scrap. He can't have Phil Russo making the decision as to what to watch. But when it comes to
it, but you know everything about it. See, that's the
I mean, look, I told you, I tune in. I do tune in. I'm excited. I don't know what else is going on in my life. So I look at that, and like the rest of us, I mean, we're all looking for something, but it's just not a quality show. You can't watch it for more than a few minutes, Bob.
So you're a 5 minute guy, but that's usually what the average listener probably listens
I
for
wish.
15 to 20 minutes a person. Sometimes 25, which is good, out of an hour or two.
Has Gene
Nasty
ever hooked
Mail?
up with a black guy?
No, just your dad. No, no, I don't. No,
You know that.
he's not allowed in the house.
Well, this is
Nasty
the thing
Neil.
with what. Yeah, go ahead,
Hold on.
Nasty Neil.
Nasty Meal. Look at him. He was a giant. That's why all of Julie Stern segments where he got called out for stealing from people on the tour that were good, he's grifting and deceit and was authentic. Okay,
Well,
well,
Nasty Neil's saying
I
he's a
didn't. I
Jew
don't.
and he's going to, Jew them out of money. I don't agree with that, and Bob doesn't agree with
I didn't
those.
watch a lot of the other stuff, like like later on. Once I was done, I just don't give a fuck. It was no fun for me to watch it if you can't add to it and that stuff. So, I mean, I don't really know what happened from like 2010 up, but it wasn't much. Was it a different show? It had to change around into different. It wasn't as mean as it was probably, right?
Yeah,
You were on then, right? Like,
yeah, and I don't watch it at all. I mean, when was the last time you listened to Howard?
I mean, I'll turn it on sometimes in a car, maybe on a long ride to catch like a rerun a little bit and just see what's going on. Like I like Ronnie when he's on. Ronnie's always nuts, but it's all like impersonations. That guy comes in now and whatever. It's not my cup of tea, as from listening to the show from what it was.
Yeah, and I did listen to a little bit. Even I'll have to say this, and another compliment to the Dues Bear. The guy that tried to replace him is horrible at what he does. So,
And
like, at
who's
least
that? Which one
they
is
had
that?
that guy. There's Wolfie, and there's another guy that I forgot the fucking. He hangs out with JD. He makes JD do stupid things. I don't know. It's just forced. I don't like it at all. But who cares? It's Howard's show. He can do whatever the hell he wants with it. We don't have to watch it.
No,
But he's
that's
still.
what it is. I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck at this point, and I think is he gone coming up, or is he? I can't see him staying. It would be crazy, like not to just. But will he go out and live a life anyway? He doesn't really go out. So what's the difference if he just continued doing it?
Yeah, people with severe OCD like he has, they really can't find any pleasure anywhere. It doesn't matter how much money they have, doesn't matter where they are. There's always going to be their brain processing the OCD, and it's really tough to deal with.
Yeah, I wish somebody would come up with money to put O and A back together because I think everyone would be seeing because once you know that there's hate there, you want to see that. You want to tune in for that.
It would be, Bob. I never watched 1 minute of Opie and Anthony. I don't know anything about it, but I'll say this: that when Opie walks the streets of New York, it is successful. The people that walk the streets of New York are no quote unquote nobodies, and they're getting lots of views on YouTube and they're consistent. They have to do everything that you have to do. You don't block anyone for any reason. But Opie was doing that, and it was interesting. I mean, I'll watch it for a little bit. People love to see New York City. There's very few people that are here. So he was doing that, and he was getting like 5 to 6, 7,000 views just starting out doing it from nowhere. His other show gets like 200 views.
Okay, so what? He just walks around now and says, "Hey, look at this guy."
Yeah, and you know what? He's got a quirky personality. I don't know anything about him, but
Yeah.
it's actually more interesting than the other people that do it.
I will have to check it out, Vince. We'll see.
But I'll say this, Bob, when Anthony comes on, he's the king of the Dabbleverse. I mean, his numbers are way higher than anyone else's. So if he
Anthony?
decides to, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
Anthony has a huge following. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about it because
absolutely.
Anthony's really funny. There's no doubt about it. You can't say that he's not fucking funny. And even when he had Compound, like, you go in there, it's so easy to work with him because he's so good. I mean, even people that didn't, that wouldn't go as far as a lot of people, he would make them entertaining. And that's how good he is. But he didn't need to do that. He can kind of do it on his own.
Well, I'll say this, Bob. Opie's living in a $6 million apartment. I looked it up. His
Yeah.
Hamptons house probably about that price too. I mean, he invested properly. Yeah, I
Sure.
don't know if Anthony's in that league. What do you think?
I think so. I think he had good investments and all that stuff. They basically had like the same people that would help them with that kind of stuff. So I'm sure that believe me, they're fine.
Okay, yeah, I
They-
don't know anything about them. I know that they were successful. I just didn't know how they turned out.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well. That's how it turned out, Vince. But are you doing your show today? What today?
No, only
Wednesday?
Fridays. Fridays at 12.
You're going to do it during the Eagles' big celebration?
When is that?
It's Friday at 10, I believe it starts. The
You were an
parade.
Eagles fan, weren't you? Because you wore the jersey in the at
Yeah,
Stern or something.
yeah, but I mean, I just, I would watch the games. I wasn't a huge fan and stuff like that of it, but I would root for them more than most teams. But it was like I wanted Buffalo to win it this year, But yeah, the Eagles came together and they were just
Yeah, me too. How bad was the
what?
besides being all black? How bad was the halftime show?
It's bad. It's too long. It's especially, you're not going to come back. You can't sit players that long when they're not used to sitting that long at halftime. It had to be at least
Fuck the
10
players, Bob. They're playing with an inflatable ball. They'll figure that out. I'm just saying when you're going to this market where it's the biggest market, there are casual fans there. You have such a obscure singer, and I know that may seem weird, but most of the people had no idea because I didn't know any of the songs. Not one song that I know that he's singing. Every song people should know.
I mean, it's nice to have something that but you got to look what's the audience. You don't know the total audience, what percentage is this or whatever. You don't know, but you're safer doing somebody
you do.
like
It's the
Paul
biggest.
McCartney.
It's the biggest audience, Bob.
It was the biggest audience ever this year too, and yeah, you want to go with somebody like Paul McCartney that everybody knows, because white people are lazy to learn other stuff. They know they stay where they think they should be listening to. Most people grew up that are in their 40s and up are into rock. Then music has been changed so bad lately that what are you going to listen to? The Foo Fighters are basically the newest rock. There's nothing out there really that's hitting.
I saw Lady Gaga doing a commercial for some medical drug. Like, how is Lady Gaga doing this commercial? I mean, I get it for the money, but it is funny to see. Yeah, we're starting to sound really old, but that's not the point. You should know every song that's being played on a market and a stage like that. And I just didn't like it. And I don't mind. I mean, white people don't mind Negroes on a field. They don't mind them performing. They love them when they're doing that. It's just we didn't know it. I didn't know any of the songs. Absolutely didn't.
No, I had no idea. But fucking, that's when you start walking around. You go out with the dogs and that and whatever. You're not gonna, you're gonna sit there and watch it for, watching people dance. 50 people, 100 people dancing the same fucking moves. It's just.
But the coolest thing, Bob, in all my group texts, you start to hear all the old cool racist terms. Like I said to you, I haven't heard jigaboo in I don't know how long, and moon cricket, like all these great racist terms.
That's like the 1890s. I think that was very big, but it just wasn't entertaining.
Yeah, but it was fun to hear.
I mean, it's always entertaining, but I think you're going to see a change in the next few years of who's. But who are you going to bring? You're going to have to bring in like the Foo Fighters to play the Super Bowl.
Yeah, someone
like
said
that.
spear chucker. I didn't even know what the hell they were talking about.
Well, that's an all. Exactly. I love.
No, I didn't know spear chucker.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You know exactly.
But what does that derive from?
It's from the 1820s when.
Not the time though. What's the origin of that phrase?
You know exactly, you motherfucker.
I'm being serious. Spear chucker?
Yes, it was. You would take down a bison with a spear. Everybody knew that.
All right, fine. But what about moon?
Okay, you see, this is what Vince does. This is how he closes his show. That's why you gotta love him. Take care. Look at him; he's waving. He knows when he's ready to close it. Look at that little creepy fuck. Oh man. Vince the lawyer, come on, give him a hint. He tries so hard, but he'll never get anything out that he wants. Oh God, what a. There's Vince the lawyer is full of shit. Yes, yeah. Bob too smart for Vince. No, I know. I know Vince's angles are they're very much the same all the time. So you kind of know where he's going. and when he's out of stuff. So, but Vince is harmless in real life. He's like a tick. That's what he is, you know. Welcome back, everybody. Vince the lawyer. Give him a hand. There he is. Look at the arms on that motherfucker. Hey, look at the arms on that fat fuck. Is that amazing? Rochi, I enjoyed Vince and his receding hairline. Yes, yes. He's beautiful. We are still $2,416.13 away from the goal and 10 gifted. And then we got what? We got Bobby Fran today. I guess Chad's today. We got all this shit. We got snow to play in the snow. The big fucking Eagles. Maybe I should go down to the parade. What do you think? Should I go down to the parade? It would be fucking crazy. I could get a lot of stuff, but then I can also just get it off the news, and it'll be a cleaner tape. So I don't know. I got to figure it out. Ah, very tasty. Cold coffee. Mint, you going? See, that's the whole thing. The hardest thing about going to these things is getting there. You can go, right? It's simple to get there, but if you're not parked in a garage or something like that, or far away, you're not going to get out of the city. You're not going to go. You're not going to be able to get out of the city. You're going to be sitting there. You're better off getting a room and staying over, because it's just going to it's going to be insane. There's going to be so many people there, you know. Go and stream it. I mean, what, on a phone? You know, it just doesn't come out that good. You know, I don't think it's a good thing. You know, I will think about it. I will think about it, but I don't think I'm gonna go. You see, here's another. You got to take the fucking train and that shit. But it's like a madhouse, you know. It's gonna be a madhouse. Yeah, maybe I will go and loot some businesses. Anybody else want to do that? Well, what time you gonna get there? You have to get there at like you basically got to get there at like, I would say 7 in the morning, even earlier maybe. It starts at 10. You figure it's gonna go probably 4 hours or more, but it's gonna be a long day. And it's too much of a day, and then to get out and then go take a train on the way back, fuck that. It's too much work, you know. Joey Catalano, you're not going there. We can't have you Tampa motherfuckers there. Check out Catalano TV on YouTube. Well, yeah, let's riot. There'll be enough stuff going on. I'm sure there'll be gunshots going off, and it's going to be out of control. But look, it'll be nice to see on TV. I'd rather watch it on TV than not, you know. Philly gave my mother a $300 parking ticket for never being there. You see, that's what happens. You get a ticket for not fucking being there, and that's what happens when you go to fucking Philly. They'll take care of that shit. Well, thank you guys for coming by. We'll see you tomorrow or something like that. Maybe I'll do the rest of the Scared Straight from 1998, just a wrap up of what's going on with the prisoners and some of the kids that came in there. It was kind of crazy, you know, that two of the guys died as soon as they came out and that stuff. And two of them died of AIDS. One died basically changing a tire when he was released. Some of the kids didn't listen, but some of them did pretty good, but they had bad haircuts and all that shit. Love you guys. We will see you later. Kisses. Enjoy your day or wherever your final destination will be. Smile.